Seoul, Korea, day 2. Not rainy, but still pretty cold. I'm not sure why I didn't check the weather. I was just like, how different can it be? Obviously, very different. Street food.
Day 2. Still freaking cold.
Hitting the streets bright and early, forgot my wallet. Had to go back to the hostel. Fortunately, the place I was staying, pretty close to the subway. Mass transit, by the way, super convenient in Seoul. My first stop was the Itaewon area, which is south of the river. It's a pretty international part of town. I wanted to hit up this place called Baker's Table. Here's a big difference between China and Korea: bakeries. Now, China has a lot of bakeries too, okay? But a lot of the bakeries in Korea that I went to had a little bit more of a Western vibe. Some of them were run by Westerners. I'm not saying that makes them better. I'm just saying that means I like them more. Now, I went light because I had a lot of snacking to do that day. English muffin and a coffee. Baker's Table, that's a good spot, y'all. From there, I took a walk to the Namsan Seoul Tower. First, I had to walk through this arts neighborhood. Lots of clubs and bars and sandwich places. I even found a bagel place. Had I already eaten breakfast, you ask? What's your point? I ask back to you. When the question is bagels, my answer is always yes. By the way, I was using this map program called Yook-Kal Maps. Elisa recommended it. It never steered me wrong, okay? Yook-Kal Maps, that is a great app rec for Seoul. It turns out, all around the tower were these hiking trails. Surprise hike! I mean, I saw it was green on the map, but I didn't know I was gonna be out in the woods.
Oh yeah, got my stabilizer. That's not right.
Nature! You guys, I'm into it! Also, I was super grateful for that second breakfast because I needed the carbs.
It's always good to have half a bagel in your pocket. Pro tip, street foodie to street foodie. You know what I'm saying? Keep half a bagel in your pocket. Life lessons.
And you have to pay some money to go up into the tower, but the views are totally worth it. You can look out the windows and see how far it is to Toronto or Denver or wherever. Also, when you go up, there's an attendant in the elevator, right? And she's like, please look up to the ceiling. And then there's a video playing on the ceiling, and it makes it look like you are going up and then you blast off into space and go around our solar system to different planets. I was like, yo, I just wanted to go to the roof, but thank you. I hiked a little more. It was a lot of fun being out there. Part of the old city wall is up on the mountain near the tower. Then I caught a bus to another part of the neighborhood for some Yook-Kal. Now this is a combination of two popular dishes. You've got kalguksu, which is like a Korean pulled noodle. So fresh, so delicious. And then you've got this beef stew kind of soup called, I think it's called Yook-Kal. Put them together, Yook-Kal. They love to do this in Korea where they take the names of things and put them together and make a new word. It's like a combo word. It's like a celebrity couple name, right? What's a good one to use? I don't know. I'm not up on my references. All the ones I can think of are old. Made me sound stupid. But you know what I'm saying, right? Yook-Kal is bomb. When I got to the restaurant, there was this dude standing outside waiting for a car. Place was full, but two guys got there right before me and they got in. So I tried to go in, but there was no room left. And then I was just standing there. It got a little awkward. I wasn't sure what I should do. Should I wait outside? Should I wait inside, standing awkwardly next to these tables? Nobody's really making eye contact with me. I didn't have any language to ask them what's up. So I just stood there kind of awkwardly for a while. Then I went back outside. Then I went back inside. I still didn't know what was going on. And then they gave me a seat. But it turns out the guy outside who was waiting for the car, he was not waiting for a car. He sat with me. I cut in front of him. He ignored that. We sat together, did not speak, ate our lunch at the same table for two. All the credit that I built up for putting my tray away in the thing last night, that's eroded. Okay, it's gone. So I ordered a Yook-Kal. Of course, it comes with side dishes. You guys, this thing was bomb. Okay, it might have been my favorite dish in Korea. Thick, hearty stew with noodles. This little spot is called Munbae-dong Yook-Kal. If you're in the Itaewon area, go for it. It is worth it. It is so good. Cut in front of somebody if you have to. That's what I did by accident. Still counts. Now here's another difference between China and Korea. coffee shops. We're getting more of them in Xi'an these days, but coffee is much more popular in Korea than it is in China. So that's a big win for Korea, okay, in this imaginary contest that we're having. I went to this little shop called Small Coffee. They got me with their marketing. I thought it was gonna be a cool little small cup, but actually, I think it was called that because the place was about the size of a closet. Real small. I'm not complaining. I had a cappuccino. It was good. I figured I should try to see something historical in Seoul. So on my way to a street market, I stopped by the South Gate. There's a palace you can visit, but you gotta pay. And I'd already paid for the tower. But let me just say, Seoul is a pretty nice walking city. It was kind of wet and rainy, but I still really enjoyed the elevated walkways around the city. Now let me cap off this episode with a street market, okay? Namdaemun has everything.
This market is huge. Just spent like 10 minutes walking through exclusively baby clothes.
Everything you can think of. All I could think of in that moment is that my ears were freezing. So I found a hat shop. I bought that tourist hat.
This hat is like the best idea I've ever had in my life. I know it makes me look like a tourist. First of all, I am a tourist. Second of all, my ears were so cold, and now they are so warm.
Oh yeah, ears nice and toasty, ready to snack. The wind was picking up a little, but I searched through Namdaemun until I found some hatba. And what you got here is fish paste. Maybe you got some herbs mixed in, and you take this and you wrap it around something, maybe a hot dog or a rice cake, and then you deep fry it. I wanted to try the spicy one, so it's not wrapped around anything. Just chili peppers, chopped up, put in the fish paste, and you roll it up. Pretty cool how they roll it up, and you deep fry it. It's a pretty cool process. Some other people snacking along with me. Dip me some free soup. Shout out free soup! I love the free soup. In hindsight, I wished I'd gotten the hatba wrapped around something, because the spicy one was not that spicy, actually. I could barely taste the spice. I wish I had, like, the hot dog in it, or the duck, or whatever. This one I got was just okay. I added a bunch of spicy Korean sauce, and it was still almost no heat to it. But I got to use my one Korean phrase that I learned, which was, hatba 하나만 주세요. quick Learned it, never used it. 감사합니다. Could have used that one, but I could never remember it when it counted. As I was leaving the Namdaemun market, I saw one of those walnut cookie machines.
My friend Ruth, who is Korean, I asked her what I should eat when I came to Korea. She mentioned a lot of things, but one of the things she said was these walnut cookies. I was walking by a sign, saw some walnut cookies. So, I'm about to try them. 3,000 gets me 11. I don't want 11.
11 was the smallest order that I could order, so I got 11. 11 walnut cookies, in my opinion, is a lot of walnut cookies, but Ruth said I should try them, so I tried them. And red bean paste plus walnuts equals a lot better than just plain red bean paste. I don't normally like that, but as I was eating the cookies, I was like, yo, do I like red bean now?
Maybe I like red bean now. Thank you, Ruth. I'm glad I got 11 of these.
It's like learning new things is my hobby, and my classroom is the world. That sounds so smug. Look, I gotta go. In the next episode, Elisa arrives, and it gets turned up for real.
Oh, this is gonna be that premium content.
I'm talking about raw octopus. It's going down. Next episode, come back for it. Until then, eat it on the street. But watch out for the parasites. Street food.
Season 10.
I'm stoked. I'm stoked to be out here in the woods of Seoul on accident. You know, they even have a place for me to sit here and think deep thoughts about how I find myself here. This is what happens when you just take a chance, when you just go for it. Sometimes you get lost. We've all witnessed that on this channel. But sometimes you get found. An empty philosopher's bench waiting for you on a mountain in Seoul. It's out there. You gotta get out there.